was looking pretty slim. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to doubt him. I have full trust in all these guys here. We've seen it all. We've done it all together. And but that one was it was something else.
So here in the men's 4x400, you have a couple of relay teams that are back from last year that finished first and second.
It was a little long period standing there with the baton right at the beginning. They say stand in your lane. And at that point, I was all nervous and I was thinking, oh man, what if I don't win? What if I mess up? And it was literally one of those things where they said on your marks, and I pushed everything out of my mind, and it just said, okay, here we go. And just gave it all I had.
Underway, Augustana with Josh Yamamoto. Getting things started. Senior for Augustana. She did third. They finished at sixth last year. Rowan in second. Loris currently in third.
So we're getting into it. I get a pretty good start, and I'm reeling this guy in. As if you break the stagger in a 4x4 on the leadoff leg for outdoor, you know you're doing decent. So I broke the stagger on the North Central guy, and I was getting pretty happy about it. And I was like, all right, here we go. And then the Wesley kid who was on my inside lane comes up behind me, and he breaks the stagger on me coming around that last turn there. So I knew, oh man, I got to kick it hard. I stuck right with him coming through, and he did get me on the leg, but I kept it pretty close, so I felt decent about my leg then.
I actually almost took off a little early on James, just because I was anxious. I was ready to go, and I saw we weren't in first again. And so I almost left him a bit, so it was quite the handoff. Seeing James get around the track, I knew he ran a hell of a leg, and it was my turn. I knew I had to get out hard, as always, and try to come down on the cut. And from there, it was just trying to make up as much ground before I handed off to Clarkman. And we were just hoping we could keep it within 10 meters, because that's kind of our, as long as we hand off within 10 meters, we can give AJ a chance at the end. But definitely just trying to gain as much ground and get everything I had.
Approaching the halfway point here in the 4x400. McNulty will hand it off to John Harriott. Keeping a close eye though right now, Mount Union along with North Central.
It's kind of one of those things, I just got to get going. And what's going through my mind kind of right when I get on the track is I just got to keep it close. So we kind of got a smooth handoff, and then come around that first turn, in my mind, I'm just thinking, get as close as I can to the Wesley guy. And coming around, I just wanted to kind of open up, and then after that, I mean, that last 100 meters was just pretty much all out, and all I'm thinking is get as close as I can, because as long as I keep a decent distance, I know Digby's going to get him at the end. Once I get closer, Digby kind of takes off really hard, so I knew I kind of had to get an extra boost, and we have a lot of chemistry together because we've always been doing the handoffs together, so came in and just stretched out, and Digby did the rest.
Mount Union currently in second. North Central, and it sits right now, they sit in fifth.
Closer we got to the handoff, the tougher I knew it was going to be. We had a pretty good handoff, we felt like, and when I got the baton and turned, the Wesley guy was out a little bit further ahead than I thought he was originally, so I knew that he must have got out really hard and really fast, and so I ran as hard as I could, tried to keep it as long as I could, but I had previous years come from behind, but not ever that far, not ever under those circumstances. But the adrenaline rushes through you, and you don't want to let down your teammates. And I could almost feel them pushing me around the track, almost like they turned on some fans and they were running behind me. And it kind of gave me an extra gust of wind, and sometimes that's all you need.
Kalita Jr. Digby for Mount Union to the finish line. Digby and Mount Union taking the 4x400.
I was dead. I went down. I know they had ran over, and I remember Clark being the first one. I was like, get off of me. Wow, we just did that. But a lot of I love you twos. I mean, we've said that between the four of us. We're a big brotherhood, and we love each other no matter what happens. And luckily it turned out in our favor. But we're very blessed to be able to be together and share that moment together.
Wow, it's a new Division III championship mark, surpassing the old mark that was set by lacrosse in 2004 of 3 minutes 8.21 seconds.